Alright guys, so these are going to be the notes for this week. We're going to do the Native Americans of the Pacific Northwest. If you haven't already done so, we're going to cut this out and paste it on the construction paper. And a funny true story, is I recorded this last year and somehow it mysteriously deleted itself from my YouTube page. Don't know how that happened. My YouTube channel, I should say. Don't know how it happened. Probably accidentally deleted it myself, so I'm sure I'm the one to blame for why it vanished. But that's okay. I can do these notes again. Get my scented, amazing scented glue. It's mango pineapple. Alright. I gotta do this really quick because I got some parent conferences still and some papers to grade. So I'm going to go through it pretty quickly. If you need to pause it and catch up with writing, feel free to do so at any time. Okay. So we're going to start with the tribes. So a couple of the tribes that were in the Pacific Northwest. Not exactly sure how to pronounce these. Tlingit, maybe? That starts with a T. And the Kwakiutl. That's a K. It's a K that's overlapping the G. Alright, and then for their religion, they believed the natural world has powerful spirits. And by natural world, we mean like thunder, lightning, rain, things that are produced by nature. Alright, so when and where did they live? They lived in the Northwest, obviously, because it's called Pacific Northwest. Along the coast between Alaska and British Columbia. British Columbia is a province in Canada. So sort of like how the United States has states, Canada has provinces, and one of those provinces is British Columbia. In fact, it's right about here on the map. So we're talking about tribes that lived in this general area. All right, for food. The area is rich in food. So they did not need to farm, which is really interesting because in most places around the world, farming was necessary to get the amount of food that tribes or groups of people needed. But in the Pacific Northwest, there's such an abundance of food around them that wasn't necessary. They were able to eat bears, deer, elks, beavers, salmon, and berries. And I'm going to go off my page a little bit. Be okay. Alright, how did they use natural resources? So remember, natural means made by nature. So this would be things like trees, water, and the area had plenty of trees. If you ever get up in that direction someday, you will see a lot of trees, even to this day. And they used the wood to build canoes, plank houses, utensils, meaning what they use to eat with, like spoons. Traps to catch those animals that they want to eat. Alright, final category, the other category. They had totem poles, which you can see a small little picture of that here. Totem poles. And these totem poles would tell stories of important family members or celebrate special events. Okay, so one type of celebration was called the potlatch. And at those celebrations, guests received gifts. So those are just some quick, interesting cultural bits of information about the Native Americans of the Pacific Northwest. All right, so that's a wrap for this one. Make sure your name is on these. I do not like playing Guess the Student. I'll figure it out, but it's not a fun game for me. So make sure your name's on it, put it in the basket, or if you're in the other team, a different language arts class that's not instructed by me, wherever it is you need to put those. All right.